First up, Leander Pace and Mahesh Bhupati. I'm looking forward to Breakpoint. I'm looking forward to the entire journey of perhaps the most iconic uh, tennis team that I have idolized, across the world over. So thank you very much. But first up, let me ask you, uh, Leander and Mahesh, one by one, why now and why with Ashwini and Nitesh? Lee.
Well, Anand, we've been getting offers to do a feature film on Leander and Mahesh for the last 20 years, but it just didn't seem right. To capture a journey like Mahesh and mine, where we played for 20 years through all the highs and the lows, we didn't feel that a 90-minute or a 120-minute feature film would cover everything. So the first one we wanted to do was to do a series format, where over the docu-series, we've picked many different stories and we've done it very real and raw, where we've not used any actors. We've done it ourselves. Our parents have played themselves, our coaches have played themselves, our siblings have played themselves. And we've even got interviews from our opponents on what everyone's perspective was on these different stories. So I think the truth and the honesty of telling not just the highs, but also the lows, and how champions are made, and how champions are also vulnerable, is what I respect about what Mahesh and myself have done here in Breakpoint.
But how did it convince you, Mahesh? Was there a moment that पहले उसको पूछो, फिर मैं बताऊंगा? Did that happen? And what made you comfortable with Ashwini and Nitesh, if I may ask you? I have immense respect for Ashwini and Nitesh and their work too.
Yeah, no, I think, like Leander said, we've been approached multiple times in the past, and, at times it didn't even get to discuss it between us. But, when we heard that Ashwini and Nitesh were interested in talking to us, immediately we got on the phone and said, these guys are obviously special storytellers, we should engage. And when we engaged, I mean, A, they love tennis. B, the way they wanted to tell the story, which was very real, I think resonated with us, right? We didn't want to fictionalize it. We didn't want to, because with us, there's always that question, when people spoke about Leander and Mahesh, or what if and why. And, they wanted to bring out all those answers, which, is what we wanted to do if we ever decided to tell the story. And it just came together well.
Now let me ask you, Mahesh, the amount you guys are communicating now in trying to talk about Breakpoint and building up to it, at any point in time through the course of the shoot, did you guys think, उस वक्त इतना बात कर लिया होता, had we just gotten inside a room and thrashed it out, things would have been different?
To be honest, we actually shot totally independently. So there was no talking together. But I think you'll notice when you see the show that, we did try to get into a room a few times to thrash it out. So, it was never a lack of effort, in my opinion.
Hesh is saying there were a lack of effort. You did get into the room. Then what happened? Did you go back and think how things would have been had it been resolved at that point in time? Or maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, Lee?
I think you have to watch the docuseries to really tell the nuances of it. You actually look at how many different amazing highs we've had together and how many lows we've had together. And that's the beautiful part about this brotherhood, is it stood the test of time. But when you watch the docuseries, you'll really get to relive over 20 years what the Indian Express achieved and how we did it.
Yes, but is it also true, Lee, that a large part of the Indian Express's success was at a time when you guys were hardly talking to each other off court, despite that magic you were bringing on court?
Some of the greatest highs were when we were standing on podiums with trophies in our hands, but our friendship was not in the best position. Maybe we didn't communicate the best off the court at the time, but all the years of practice and training and the hard hours that we did together, and also the fact that we have a very natural, unconditional bond that created magic on the court as well, that got us to achieve all the Grand Slams that we won and got us to number 1 in the world.
Must be very tough. Was it so tough? How tough or easy it is that, you don't communicate, you don't see eye to eye the moment you get off court, but on court, you're like chest bumping, winning tournaments, beating down the best in the business, and, standing up there atop the podium, Mahesh?
I think that was one of the unique features about our partnership, right? Once we started playing on court, I mean, we were able to switch everything else off that was happening off it or around it, and focus on doing whatever it took to win, which I think is an incredible asset that we had, and that's why we were able to continue to be brats about it, at times, because we knew that it was not going to really affect our quality of tennis, and that's the way cookie crumbled.
True, but what made you guys so special? Have you ever been able to put a finger on it? If you were to look back all these years, what clicked between the two of you on court, Mahesh?
Very hard to tell. The first tournament we ever played in Jakarta in '94 in a challenger, we went undefeated. We played again for the second time 15 months later in Aruba in a larger challenger. We went undefeated. So, it was just there. I mean, my weaknesses, his strengths, we amplified each other's strengths. We made up for each other's weaknesses. And, from day one, the understanding just flowed. And that, again, doesn't really happen. Even teams like the Woodies, they took time to kind of settle in and build their rankings. The Bryans would probably be the best example because they were born as twins and they had that chemistry and understanding on court. But, we found that very early, and, it stayed with us till the end.
True. That fantastic chest bump. Now, is that yours, or did you guys take it from somebody else? So who owns the chest bump among the tennis players? Is it the Indian Express, Leander?
I don't think anyone put a patent to it or a registered trademark on it. But we actually started doing the chest bump when the Bryans were still in the diapers. So hence, when you go back to Davis Cup, or you go back to the Chennai Open, or even you go back to the Singapore Open that we had played. We played a challenger in Singapore, and I think that might have been the first time we actually did a chest bump. But it actually inspired us so much, and it lifted us when we were low on adrenaline. And in turn, it also demotivated the opponents because they saw how much passion we were playing with. It was hard to beat when we had that fire burning.
Yeah, but how did that happen on court? Didn't that cross your mind, Hesh, that you're going for a chest bump and you're doing fist punches, but you guys are not even looking at each other, talking to each other off it?
No, it didn't matter. When we were on court, our goal was to win the match, right? I mean, we were going to do anything it took, and we knew the effect the chest bump had on our game. We knew the effect the chest bump had on the mind of our opponents. So, we knew what the right time to do it was as well.
But this entire Lee Hesh breakpoint continued even beyond once you guys had split. I remember that entire Davis Cup controversy, mixed doubles, who's going to play with whom, and there was so much of acrimony. Did you guys talk to each other at that time, or was it much later that you guys actually started communicating with each other, Mahesh?
No, we didn't have to talk. No, we had the media to communicate through at that time. So that was the best. That was the best vehicle. I think like if we did pick up the phone on each other, things would have probably been a lot simpler. But those are things that in hindsight, it's easy to kind of talk about today, but which we didn't do. But that's the way it is.
But don't you think that, Lee, had I just picked up the phone and spoken to him, it would have been different?
Yes, I actually think that going through Breakpoint and the journey of it over the last 18 months, that there are many situations that could have been avoided if either one of us had picked up the phone and called in. And I'll take responsibility for that, as the elder brother here, or as the elder partner. There were times when I watched archival footage in the matches that we played or in the newspaper clippings that were there, and maybe just took a phone call. And that's probably one of the lessons that anybody watching this docuseries will also learn, that perspectives can change and vary depending on how you're looking at the same issue. But sometimes while you're winning Grand Slams, and sometimes while you're trying to achieve such a big goal, not to lose out on the simplicity of being in the moment, of maybe picking up a phone call and saying, hey, Hesh, how you doing, man? How you feeling? Let's go get some ice cream. Or let's go get some chat, you know.
Correct. Did that play of egos actually come into play here? I'm a bigger player, or is Leander a bigger player, Mahesh? I have one more Grand Slam, so is he going Grand Slam? Why should I pick up the phone? Why should I talk?
No, I don't think so. I think we were both equally stubborn. I think, and we both equally knew that, you know, when we played together, things would, you know, be different. But, you know, like I said, I mean, in my earlier answer, right, it would have been a lot easier and it's easy to live your life in hindsight, but, you know, it is what it is. And hopefully the show will, you know, put a lot of things into place and perspective.
True. Is the next gen of Mahesh Bhupathi and Leander Paes doing a little more than what you guys did in terms of communicating with each other? I believe the daughters are in the same school, Mahesh.
They are in the same school. They're in the same tennis academy, so they do definitely chat quite a bit.
Do you see them playing together soon? Should we look up to that? Look forward to that, Leander?
You know, it's funny when you watch Saira and Ayana together. Saira's got a fabulous sense of humor, so she's on the courts, running around, doing her thing, and you know, she'll come up and she'll say one statement to me, and she'll run off. You know, and she's really cute. On the other side, Ayana and Mahesh, you know, will tease each other, and Mahesh has actually helped Ayana with the two-handed backhand. And it's a good thing he's teaching her the backhand more than I. But in that, it's great to see the third generation of our families actually have built a friendship. Ayana told me many months ago that on Saira's first day at school, she came up to Ayana and pulled her uniform and said, do you know our papas are friends? And Ayana turned around and said, yeah, they've done a lot for our country too. And if you ever need anything in school, I'm here. So it's kind of cool to see both these two young girls live their dreams. And as fathers, I think that's the most important thing that we can do, just as our parents did to us, is that to give our children the best opportunity we can and to give them unconditional love, you know, and also to teach them through our experiences so that, you know, they can achieve their dreams as well.
True. So let me ask you guys, let me ask you, Mahesh, through the course of shooting this, did anybody ever ask you, aap log saath mein khelne wale ho ki nahi? Senior Wimbledon, exhibition match, are you guys, and did you guys ever consider that?
Well, we have to be invited first. So if we are, I'm sure we will consider it. And I'm sure then we have to ask our bodies if they can physically handle it. And so there's a few things that need to come together. But yeah, why not? I mean, we're definitely open to it.
Leander?
Yes, I mean, we discussed it a few times down the track that if we do get a chance to play tennis again and get on a court, either in the seniors and the legends at Wimbledon or in an exhibition, I think the magic will still be there. I have no doubt about that. We may not get to as many balls as we did in the 90s, but the magic will still be
there. That's for sure.
There'll be a lot more yours going on the court.
And I see another round of तूने yours क्यों बोला वो तेरा था, तूने yours क्यों बोला वो तेरा था. So I think it's also going to be exciting. But one thing is that tennis has been integral to the two of you. So let me ask you this, Mahesh, if I were to say, what is the one thing that you like about Leander and Leander's game? Or you've always admired?
Leander's ability to raise his game when he's playing in big occasions. I mean, that was, I think, apparent in all his Davis Cup results. And then, you know, even when I played with him, right, his level was a certain level in the beginning of the tournament. And when we got to the later stages of the tournament, it was a different level. So his ability to do that was, you know, something special.
It's something you feel you hate about him? Had this not been there, he would have been a different person or a better person?
Yeah, I mean, his tennis never kind of made him the person he is. I mean, so I don't think that is really affecting. I mean, his tennis, he was definitely the same person if he lost first round or if he won the tournament, he was always the same person off the court.
Leander, if I ask you the same question, what do you like about Mahesh? His game, however.
With Mahesh's tennis, I really needed him for the camaraderie and that whole bringing out the magic. I think that the part that I respect about Mahesh so much is that he worked so hard to achieve the dream. Mahesh has a world-class backhand. He has a big serve, if you want to get technical. But I really needed him in the first round of the tournaments because I was not the best in the first couple rounds of a tournament. I was actually quite ordinary. But Mahesh would play really well in the first round, second round. He was just very solid, you know. He would make the returns, make his serves. He was just solid in first round, second round, third round. I would start lighting up only in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. Then, you know, I would bring something to the table. But in the first rounds, it was about leaning on him and him doing his magic.
True. What's your most memorable moment together? One moment, if I ask you to pick. Leander first.
I think winning Wimbledon in 99.
Winning Wimbledon in 99. Leander?
Same. Wimbledon 99. That last
At that time,
and then winning, and then our expressions, and then sitting on the chair next on the left-hand side of the umpire's chair. I wish I had the benefit of watching that at the end of 99 or in 2000 when we decided to go our own ways. I would have actually seen what that partnership meant to him, you know.
But by then, were you guys falling out already when you won Wimbledon?
I mean, we weren't communicating the best through the French Open and Wimbledon. I mean, we were so exhausted from all the matches that we had won, winning French Open and Wimbledon back-to-back in the same year, which are only 2 weeks apart, is a mammoth task. The clay courts of Roland Garros on any day is really tough to play on, let alone to win through that summer of 99. It was a tough summer. And then in Wimbledon, I think we won 2 matches in 5 sets. One against the French team of Lodra, Santoro, one against Larue and O'Brien. And then even in the finals, we had lost the first set and we were lucky that it rained. But Wimbledon was really special.
Mahesh?
Yeah, same. I mean, Wimbledon is special. But I think you asked me that question first, by the way. I answered Wimbledon 99.
No. I said, you guys had, if you guys had a falling out by then. So that's what, Leander said, you guys were not communicating.
Yeah, I mean, so like Leander said, it was a tough time, but we were still winning Grand Slams. So, it never came to the surface.
Your advice, final question to the two of you, first Mahesh and then Leander, to those who are going to be watching this series and also those who are going to start thinking about stitching partnerships or wanting to play together.
Yeah, I think you watch the series, you'll understand the journey, the work, the sacrifice, the success, the heartbreaks. But, even through the challenges, we were able to put those aside and perform at the highest level for the country, which is a lesson in itself. To those who are sitting, make sure you find partners who complement you, who you trust, who you communicate with freely, and those normally kind of end in ways.
Would you say communication is the bedrock, Lee? Would be the key to any partnership? Or is there more? Your thoughts?
I think that, Anand, there are so many ingredients that are needed to become world champions that it's not easy to actually just pinpoint one. But you're right that communication is one of the essence, the integral ingredients. Communication, unconditional understanding, respect, passion, also to celebrate our differences. Mahesh completes me. Whatever I can't do, he can. Whatever he can't do, I can. And that's why there's that yin and yang.
Yeah.
And that's what made us magical. And I think that one of the best things about what we've done through Breakpoint is that we've realized that you don't have to change each other. You just respect and celebrate each other's differences.
यही ब्रेक पॉइंट 2001 में करना चाहिए था ना महेश?
Well, better late than never.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, I love you both because somebody once asked me, Lee or Hesh. I said one is incomplete without the other. So for me, both of you are my favorites and my heroes, and I've always admired what you've done. And salute to your contributions for the country and to the game of tennis. So I'd like to watch you guys play very, very soon. But where and when can we watch Breakpoint?
You can watch it on October 1st on Z5. We're very excited that, an Indian media house is taking our story to the world and, in 190 countries. So fingers crossed, everyone will enjoy it.
Leander, which part of the series or which episode is the one which you should not miss?
I have watched all the episodes multiple times over, and every time I watch it, I see it from a different perspective. The honesty and the truth with which we've told it sometimes will hit you hard. So be ready for that. And at the same time, the brotherhood that has stood the test of time through all the highs and lows still lives on. And that's the magical part about it. We proved to India that we Indians can be the best in the world at our craft.
Absolutely. And I would like to see that brotherhood in action on court sometime very, very soon. We have to have a little more of Lee Hesh. Kuch baki reh gaya. That's the feeling that I've always lived with over the last decade and a half, if not more. Mahesh Bhupathi and Leander Paes, thank you. Thank you very, very much.